How's it going, guys? It is Patrick here from Queen's Gambit. Super excited to bring you this video. So out of all the videos we've done on this channel, this is the one I'm really most excited about. For one reason, and that's because we came up against really top fair play war clan. It was our first arranged matchup. It hasn't just been Queen's Gambit versus Queen's Gambit. We were fighting some guys from a DWA, and I'll talk to you guys a bit more about DWA at the end of the video. And this is a warlog before we fought them. The clan name is Donate 2.0, and they kicked our ass. The final score was about 78 to 70 from memory. But yeah, I'll go a bit more into war in a second, but let's start commenting on the video. So first up, we got Sparks hitting a number 6. This number 6 base I hit first up. I wasn't scouted or anything. I had a wall breaker fail, and as a result I got 0 stars. It was painful. we're up against a really good fair play war clan. I thought, okay, I gotta do my best attack and create a really good impression, and yeah, wall breakers failed at the start. Volks went around the outside. I didn't even get 1 star. It was a disaster. I recovered in the next attack, which you'll see soon. But as you see, Sparks is doing a queen walk, and he's getting a lot of value out of that queen walk. Not just the queen, but also the minions on the south side. They take out quite a lot of defenses, even though their goal was only to break the funnel. They did a lot more than Sparks was expecting. But yeah, we got nearly 25% of the base taken out by the queen so far, and those minions. Got to give credit to the minions, credit where it's due. And going strong. I mean, it looks like she's going to get more than 30% of the base, which is pretty impressive. So the attack he's bringing is a Lalunian, and once he's got that second air defense down, bringing his kill squad from the north, Sparks is going to start with the Laloon part of attack. So he's got 1 air defense with the queen already. That was on your sort of 4 or 5 o'clock position. Gunning for the 1 on 1 o'clock position, maybe 12 o'clock, and he's just deployed his kill squad to do that now. We got the golem out front tanking a damage, Barbar in behind. Old Barbarian King is going to undergo a lot of flack here. You got the Teslas popping, fairly complicated clan castle with a dragon and archers. But the queen is going to sit back, and she's going to do a bulk of her work. She's done a lot of work already, and she's doing even more at the moment. So he's got a max queen and still under heals, use pop durability, and he's going to get even more value from her throughout the raid. But that is the air defense and the hero done, so now we bring in the Laloon part of attack. And this is really solid Laloon deployment. I mean, look how he's pathing those loons. Sparks is doing a really nice job. Huge quantity of loons, all under rage, making her way straight to that air defense. A couple of Teslas popping, which does really increase your DPS. I think it adds about another 160 DPS, which is comparable to a air defense, but Sparks is putting rages in the right place and propelling his loons right through the base. It helped also a queen took out his air defense on the sort of 2 o'clock position. But yeah, it's all clean up from here, as you can see. So compared to my 0 star on his base, Sparks has done an awesome job. I think he had a better strategy. In fairness, it wasn't just about me doing a scouting for him. His strategy was super robust, and you can see that with his queen still up at the end of the raid and so many loons and things. So on to me, my attack of redemption. God, I was so glad when I pulled this one off. I would have been miserable if I got another 0 star. Key issue of this base, you got a double giant bomb in the core, surrounded by a lot of Teslas, so not really nice to hog it from that angle. A couple of single bombs on the east side. So I'm going to take this funny angle where I path my kill squad from the east, and this is using Volks as well, into the core, trigger his double giant bombs, and then up north to get the queen. To do that, I have to go a bit fancy pants and use 2 jump spells, but I don't really need many spells to heal hogs up once I've taken this path anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is a cleanup attack. I knew where the bomb spots were. The last bomb spot is down by the air defense on the 4 o'clock position, and I was hoping my queen would snipe the air defense, ruin the pathing, but she didn't. But that's okay, though, the hogs still get it done. Really bad heal placement. I was yabbering on about something else, but as you see, I put the heal for Volks to run into, but then they ran back to a CC golem. So I had to use my last heal, which was intended for hogs, to get the Volks back up to full health so they could go and take out the queen. So yeah, at this stage we're deploying the hogs. I've got no heals for him, so what I do is I put a few sneaky hogs on the 12 o'clock position, take out those 2 Teslas and the 2 Archer towers while the Queen was distracted on a kill squad. And they survive, so they come down to reinforce the hogs on a 9 o'clock position. No more double giant bomb spaces, so I can run from that cannon to the, to the crossbow without being bombed, thank God. And the last of my surgical hogs on the south. At this point I'm freaking out, thinking, oh god, that final single bomb is still up. It's between the cannon and the air defense, and I can see writing on the wall, the hogs are going to path straight into it. But luckily enough, there was a lot of hogs on full health, so they didn't get killed when they hit the bomb. And so they're available for cleanup. I don't think it would have made a difference anyway. I mean, I still had cleanup troops remaining, and the raids was under 3 minutes. I get cocky here and watch this. I swag my Earthquake spell and my Poison spell, which in hindsight I realised was the dumbest idea ever, because the guy comes and revenges me 5 minutes later by getting a 3-star on my base, and in less than 2 minutes, I think, from memory on a fresh hit. So top tip, if you're up against a high level war clan, don't get all cocky and swag things. People are probably gonna revenge you and kick your ass, and yeah. It wasn't pretty, God, the hit on my base, it was just fantastic. It was like, yeah, it was beautiful to watch. So what have we got here? We got Smoke coming in on their number 13, a guy called Logan. Looks like we're just doing Shattered with some witches. Nice placement on that jump spell, because he'll get the Queen, and also the double giant bomb spot between the crossbow in the middle and the air sweeper. So he deploys his hogs early before that DGB spot's triggered, deploys them straight into a Tesla farm, but does a good job of healing through that. A lot of DPS in that Tesla farm, and got the Skellies which are harassing his hogs, spring traps and a whole shebang, but he comes out the other end nonetheless. Only one of the 2 bombs are tripped in the core, so his hogs are going to hit the last one, makes bacon of a few of them, but the rest are healed up nicely. But yeah, there's one more double giant bomb spot remaining, and boom, there it is. And his hogs are gone burgers. At this stage in the raid, you're like, what the hell, you know? It's got, 4 point defenses left, a wizard tower, no hogs to take it out with. I mean, the saving grace here is that he doesn't have any trash sort of between the walls, so he doesn't need hogs to clean that up. All he needs is to get lucky and have the golems and the skellies and things come out and tank that point defense, so that his queen can come round and just take it out. And that's just what happens. His queen, wizards, king and everything takes it all out. So no hogs left at the end of raids, but both heroes and a hell of a lot of cleanup troops. So it was an unusual raid, but bloody well executed by Smoke. I was really impressed. Inferno, which I think is Smoke's other account. Here's a mental base. I look at these bases and they're such a mindfuck. I look at the center and think, God, what has he done? Has he packed it full of Teslas and spring traps and double giant bombs, or is it just, a completely clear center? In this case, it does end up being completely clear, but I mean, there's no way of knowing it on the first attack, and you always get really paranoid, So, an interesting strategy, not like your general modern ones where you're taking jumps with rages and heals and things, but this time it's old school. We got 4 heals to keep up 30 hogs in total. Beautiful sneaky hogs on that crossbow, which means that you get 3 hogs to take out a crossbow and a cannon. And the rest is a semi-surgical type thing, a little bit of an Asian wall surgical. Hits the first single giant bomb. Reinforcing hogs on your 10 o'clock position. Support the main pack, hits another single bomb. Seems like this guy's going single bombs rather than double. Adds to the main pack on the north. Runs into a Tesla farm here. You got 4 Teslas surrounding that crossbow. A lot of DPS, but Inferno took 4 heals so he can manage it. Down to a last heal, and he's got 2 giant bombs remaining. It makes him wonder, is it going to be a double, which will wipe out his hogs, or can he get away with a nice heal on 2 well-placed singles? So there you are, there's 1 more single bomb. This guy had no double giant bombs. And there's your last giant bomb, another single of course. So that last single looks like his hogs weren't quite in the heal, or a substantial part of a pack weren't. So it wipes out most of them, and you got another one of these situations where hogs aren't over at the end of it. So he's got to rely on his kill squad and whatever troops he's got remaining. This one looks quite worrying, unlike the last one, because look at those three really high HP buildings in the center. You got a clan castle, a gold storage, and a dark elixir store. And man, it looks scary. I mean, you got no hogs to jump a wall, no air troops to come and clean it up, so you just got to beat through those Lego walls. I mean, put 6 archers up on the top to beat through Legos, which is an unusual choice to clean up troops, but as you see, Inferno does get it done. It would have been nice to have minions fly over walls, but for any bombs, air mines. But yeah, I don't know how much time is left on the clock, but that is it, the 3-star. So at the start of the video, I said I'd say a bit more about DWA. It's an association of fair play war clans. The reason that we fought them in a ranged matchup is that they wanted to see what we were made of, see if we were worthy of being submitted to a DWA. They're really organised in their top stuff. I mean, we've talked to other people from various fair play organisations, and DWA are the business. I mean, One Hive 2.0 has just joined DWA, and when it's separated from One Hive, so it gives you a sense of the calibre in these clans. And the victory these Donate 2.0 guys won, it definitely went to a better clan. They were better than us. They squashed Queen's Gambit, and we congratulate them for that. They were just absolutely fantastic. Their attacks are inspiring, and it's really reignited my interest in the game. So the outcome of that war against DWA, as I said, look, Queen's Gambit, your attacks are good. They are up to par. You guys certainly know what you're doing, but your organisation sucks. I mean, compared to Donate 2.0, where they did this methodical thing where they started hitting us from a bottom up, I'm not going to go exactly into their strategy and how they coordinate wars, but it was pretty damn impressive. Compared to them, we were pretty unorganized and floundering. I mean, that's not to say that we weren't testing all our attacks on Skitch and getting feedback and using Clash Caller, but our approach didn't best utilize our top players. I mean, you want your top players to not have to be doing scouting attacks. They can be reserved for cleanups. Other guys on scouting. So the outcome is that we have another fight against the DWA clan sort of mid-January, and we got to prove that we've got our organisation into gear before we can be possibly admitted or considered to be admitted to a DWA. So I'm really looking forward to that, and we are working hard at the moment on coordinating our wars better, getting people to attack earlier, following the guidelines that some of these guys sent us. And it's been hard at first. It's been a different way of doing things, and we actually lost our war after our one against Donate 2.0 using this new strategy. There was nothing wrong with the strategy. It was a good way of coordinating wars. It just wasn't something we were used to at the time. So if we keep practicing like we're going to, practice will make perfect. We'll throw in a few internal scrims and Queen's Gambits between men and hopefully be ready for the DWA in two and a bit weeks from now. Gosh, it's sounding quite soon. We've got a lot of work to do. Anyway, guys, if you're in Queen's Gambit or one of our clans, which we put together to fight Donate 2.0 and your attack wasn't featured, I'll probably be putting in a subsequent video. And until then, watch your space, and I will see you guys later.